Hello, yes. Welcome to day 5 online classes. In last class, we discussed about dentition. Let us recapitulate the topic in digestive system. Whatever topics we completed, let us recapitulate them. So, in last class, we finished dentition in man. What variant of dentition present in human being? One is diphyodont dentition, heterodont dentition, thecodont dentition. Like the terms, we got idea, and then dental formula of two sets of teeth. One is dental formula of milk teeth and dental formula of adult teeth. Next, in our dentition, some exemptions are there. Some of the teeth exhibit monophyodont property. Such phenomena also verified in last class. So these are the contents that covered in yesterday class, that is dentition in man and dental formula of milk teeth and dental formula of adult teeth and monophyodont teeth in human dentition. Let us move to today's class. The subsequent topic of our online class is the structure of tooth. It's a very important topic, very useful to us. So let us discuss about structure of a teeth, anatomy of a teeth. The typical teeth contain three parts, namely, from I am explaining the things from base to tip onward. They are sequentially root, and second one neck, and third one crown. So these are the three parts that to be present in the teeth. So you observe, this is root, neck, and crown. Three parts are there. Let us observe these three parts in the visual. So this is the teeth that embedded in socket of jawbone, and you observe what are the parts. This is root, and this is neck, and this is crown. From base to tip, I explained. Root and neck and crown. Carefully you observe in visual. So sequentially from base to tip, root, neck, crown. Follow out. Yes. So three components to be found in anatomy of teeth. Let us in detail we will discuss. You observe this visual in detail, they are there. So first, about root. What is root? Root is nothing but it is a part of teeth that completely embedded in socket of jawbone. Already in last class we discussed the socket of jawbone is called alveolus. In the alveolus, the entire teeth, the part of the teeth will fixes, among them some part will be embedded in socket of jawbone. So that part only to be considered as root. So you observe this visual. In this visual, the some part of teeth embedded in pink color socket of jawbone. You observe it is represented as pink color socket. So in that socket, the part of teeth embedded, that part only to be considered as root. And next, neck. What is neck? The part of teeth that's surrounded by the gum or gingiva. Gums also called gingiva. So whatever part of the teeth covered by the gums, that consider as what? Neck. The third part is crown. So what is crown? The crown is nothing but the exposed part of teeth, completely exposed part. It completely visible to us. Outsidely it remain. So the exposed part of the teeth considered as crown. You observe this visual. In this visual, the exposed part whitish in color. So this is crown. So we observed three parts in the visual. Next we will move to subsequent slide. Now in detail we are going to discuss about anatomy of the teeth, histology of the teeth. You observe this visual very clearly present, section of the teeth clearly given in this diagram. So first the exposed part, crown. The exposed part is crown, that is completely enveloped by a white color nourishing layer. That white color nourishing layer made up of with enamel substance. You observe this visual. In this visual, clearly the white color nourishing layer is present. So this layer is called enamel layer. It made up of with the enamel substance. It is a chemical substance, everyone known. So this is enamel. Okay, clear? Enamel layer. Next, the remaining part of the teeth constructed with a dentin chemical substance. So if we observe anatomy of the teeth, it mainly constructed with, one is enamel substance, another one is dentin substance. The outer part, exposed part covered by enamel substance, and inner part of bulk of the teeth completely constructed with the dentin chemical substance. Remember, it is very important point of entrance point of view. It is very important. So dentin, bulk of teeth constructed by dentin substance. So you verify the dentin substance in the visual. So this is dentin substance clearly present in visual. Next, one more structure we found, that is pulp cavity, the central hollow cavity of the teeth. You observe this visual, central hollow cavity of the teeth, this one. This is pulp cavity. Followed? Right. So one is enamel, another one dentin, another one pulp cavity. So three main components to be found in the anatomy of the teeth. Let us move to another slide. So you observe the exposed part considered as crown, the crown covered by enamel layer. Enamel is a chemical substance. It is a significant substance, that is a hardest chemical substance, and it is also hardest part of our body. Enamel is a hardest substance. Remember, the crown covered by enamel. You observe in this visual clearly white nourishing layer is present. This is enamel, and enamel secreted by specialized cells. The specialized cells are ameloblast cells. You remember, it is very important point of entrances. So ameloblast secretes enamel substance. The ameloblasts are derived from ectoderm germinal layer in the core of development. So the enamel layer, the enamel layer derived from ectoderm germinal layer. Next, you observe subsequent part of the teeth is dentin. Already I discussed the bulk of the teeth contain constructed with dentin. So the dentin contain minute canals. That minute canals are referred as canaliculi. You observe, minute canals are there, brown color. Visually you observe, these are the minute canals, minute channels are there in dentin. These minute channels are referred as canaliculi. If we observe teeth, it is homologous to bone. Remember this thing, it is a homologous structure to bone. When we observed bone, section of the bone, in the bone also we found canals, Haversian canals. At the place of Haversian canals, here in the teeth, canaliculi are present. These canaliculi are extended as radiating fashion from pulp to towards the crown region, towards the socket of jawbone. So through this canaliculi, all the nutrients, blood vessels, all the nutrients to be supplied to the teeth. So remember, the dentine constitute minute canals, tubes, they called canaliculi. These canaliculi are nothing but they are equal to homologous parts of the Haversian canals of bone. Okay, right. The dentin, if we observe dentin substance, from where it secreted, time to time the dentin secreted and teeth to be grow. How it is possible? So inside the pulp cavity some specialized cells are present. Remember, it is very very important, the specialized cells are odontoblast cells. The specialized cells are odontoblast cells. These odontoblast cells derived from mesoderm germinal layer. Remember, last slide we discussed about ameloblast. That ameloblast derived from ectoderm germinal layer gave rise enamel. But here the odontoblasts are derived from mesoderm that gave rise what? Dentin substance, that contributes dentin substance. Last class also we discussed the teeth arise from dual in origin. It arises from both ectoderm and ectoderm and mesoderm. Here you observe the ameloblast consent to ectoderm germinal layer and odontoblast consent to mesoderm germinal layer. So the teeth derived from ecto and mesoderm germinal layer. So you verify this visual also, the canaliculi clear and mesodermal in origin. The crown is both ecto and mesodermal in origin. Why? Because the crown externally enveloped by enamel layer, beneath it dentin layer is present. So dual, that also dual in origin, both ecto and mesodermal. Remaining part, you observe the remaining part of teeth completely exclusively contain dentin substance, the neck of the teeth and the root of the teeth. So it is completely mesodermal in origin. So you observe canaliculi very clear. Allowed? Right. Next, the dentin encloses pulp cavity. You verify. Now we are going to discuss about pulp cavity. What is pulp cavity? Pulp cavity is nothing but the central hollow space, of the teeth, called what? Pulp cavity. So the pulp cavity completely encircled, completely enveloped by, it is completely enveloped by dentin substance. You observe, this is pulp cavity, and this pulp cavity completely enclosed under dentin. In middle, pulp cavity is present, and it's surrounded by dentin. Are you clear? So this is about pulp cavity. Pulp cavity nothing but the central hollow space of the teeth. Of course, it filled with substances and cells and vessels. Okay, later we will discuss. So it is completely enclosed by dentin, and the substances that present under pulp cavity. Let us we will discuss the substances that present under pulp cavity includes mass of cells. Different kinds of cells are there. You remember, it is very important. This pulp cavity not only hollow space, the, the space contain mass of cells. So what are the mass of cells that to be found in pulp cavity? Let us see. First one, odontoblast. Already we discussed odontoblast that secretes dentin substance. So odontoblast, one variant of cell, and another variant of cell, ameloblast cells. Both are odontoblast and ameloblasts are seated in pulp cavity. Remember, the cells of teeth. Ask in entrance examination. The cells of teeth are two variant. One is odontoblast cell and another one ameloblast cells. Now both are seated in pulp cavity. Odontoblast constructs dentin and ameloblast constructs enamel layer. Followed. Right. Next, what is another content of the pulp? Blood vessels. Clearly you observe. In pulp cavity, clearly blood vessels are there. Blue color and red color capillary network is present. They are called blood vessels. The blue color represented vessels are veins and red color arteries. Supplies oxygenated blood to teeth, and veins collects deoxygenated blood from the teeth, so that capillary network, the blood vessels capillary network also seated in pulp cavity. Besides that, we also found nerves. Nerves also present. You observe this visual, yellow color. With yellow color fibers are there. That yellow color fibers represents nerves. So the pulp cavity, the pulp cavity, the pulp cavity include mass of cells, blood vessels, and nerves. All these three observed in the visual. Let us move to next slide. So you observe the pulp cavity completely lined by odontoblast cells. It is completely surrounded by odontoblast cells and as well as ameloblast also. The pulp includes mass of cells. Okay, we finished all these things. Let us the narrow extension of the pulp called root canal. You observe at the base of the teeth, the pulp cavity extended towards the base. That narrow extension is called root canal. That is root canal. So what is the use of root canal? What is the use of root canal? Did you imagine what is the use of root canal? The blood vessels and nerves, all these are enter into pulp cavity through the root canal. Suppose if root canal is absent, the teeth unable to receive all these things. So that's why it is a passage, it is a channel by which the blood vessels and nerves enters into the pulp cavity. Right. Next, you observe at the base of root canal in this visual clearly present. Base of root canal you observe. the base of root canal prominent aperture is present. Clear? I marked that area. At the base of root canal, a prominent opening is present, that is called apical foramen. Apical foramen. So through the apical foramen, what to be entered? All the blood vessels and nerves to be entered into the root canal to pulp cavity. So did you got idea about apical foramen? Apical foramen is a foramen aperture by which the blood vessels nerves passes into root canal. That is apical foramen. So now we will discuss the sequence, in what way the blood vessels nerves extended into pulp. In entrance point of view, it is very important to ask in sequence questions. First you observe the apical foramen occupies first position. Through the apical foramen, the blood vessels and nerves to be enter into root canal. So from the root canal, they extended into pulp. This is the sequence. So the sequence is more important. It crosses what structures and ultimately it settles down where. That is important. So based on it, uh, the question sequence based questions to be raised in entrance examination. So followed. So what we learned, the narrow extension of the pulp is root canal. Next, at the base of root canal, apical foramen is present. The apical foramen, through the apical foramen, the nerves and blood vessels passes into the pulp cavity. Yes. Next, we will discuss about in what pattern teeth fixes under socket of jawbone. Let us be discussed. So, if we have, our teeth is a thecodont teeth. Already we discussed it. Completely fixed under socket of jawbone. It is completely fixed under socket of jawbone like this. It is fixed under socket of jawbone. So root of teeth completely fixed in socket of jawbone. In what manner it fixes? The root of teeth fixed in socket of jawbone by a specialized substance that is called cementum. It's very important. Cementum fixes the teeth in the socket of jawbone. So cementum, remember the technical term cementum. You observe this visual, and this is cementum that fixes the teeth in socket of jawbone alveoli. Clear? Right. Next, in what way the cementum substance secreted? The cementum, the specialized cells are accommodated. They are cementocytes. The cementocyte secretes this cementum by which teeth fixes. So cementocytes are there. Okay, right. Next, the surface of a root and socket of jawbone lined by specialized membrane, that is periodontal membrane, is very important. Remember, this is periodontal membrane. You observe the periodontal membrane, this one, the surface of the socket of jawbone, and as well as the surface of the teeth also, root of teeth. Both are externally lined up by a membrane that is called periodontal membrane. It is not a acellular layer, it is a cellular layer in which a prominent cells are present. They are cementocytes. That cementocyte secretes the cementum that fixes teeth with socket of jawbone. Followed? Right. Next, besides that, we also found some more structures between root of teeth and socket of jawbone. They are periodontal ligaments. What is ligaments? Ligaments are nothing but connective tissue strands. They are strands. They binds one component with another component. They are connective tissue bands. They made up of with a specialized fibers. They are collagen fibers. Ligaments are formed by collagen fibers. Here these are periodontal ligaments. The periodontal ligaments also made up of with collagen fibers. Remember, these periodontal ligaments location, where they located, the periodontal ligaments located, you observe this visual clearly present. I am going to zoom the visual. These are the periodontal ligaments. Strands are there, bundles are there, you observe, between socket of jawbone and surface of the root of the teeth. Extended, you observe, these are the bundles. Alert. So these are periodontal ligaments, right? The periodontal ligaments are made up of with what? Collagen fibers. Next, the neck and root of teeth enclosed by gums, otherwise also called gingiva. Already we discussed. The number of roots that present in heterodont teeth completely different. Our heterodont teeth, already we learned order is ICPM order: incisor, canines, premolars, molars. Don't forget it. It is very very important order, ICPM. If we observe the ICPM, in the ICPM the roots are not uniform in number. Some teeth contain one root, and some teeth contain two roots, and some teeth contain three roots. So the number of roots are different in different teeth. Let us discuss. So ask an entrance examination. You observe the first single root, only one root. So the teeth that have one root, single root, are incisors and canines. So including both upper and lower jaw, incisors and canines completely exclusively contain single root. Remember, besides that, incisors and canines, you observe, these are incisors and canines. Visually you observe. In the incisor, this is first one, this is incisor, clearly single root is present, and this is canine, single root is present. Clear? Right. Next, beside that incisor and canines, one more teeth also contains single root, that is all lower jaw premolars. Premolars are absent in milk teeth but found in adult teeth, permanent teeth. So both upper jaw and lower jaw, both are contain premolars. Okay, but upper jaw premolars are never comes under this category. Only lower jaw premolars are comes under this category. So the lower jaw, all lower jaw premolars. How many lower jaw premolars are there? Two are one side, another side two. So total four. These lower jaw premolars and incisors and canines. Clear? So all incisors, canines and all lower premolars contain single root. Now you have to count how many number of teeth in our dentition exhibit single root. Calculate according to our dental formula. Total number of teeth, total number of, how many number of total number of teeth contains single root. Let us calculate. That is your work. And next, one more teeth also, upper second premolars. Upper second premolar. So upper jaw contain premolars. Among them, instead of first premolar, behind second premolar also exhibits single root. So now the single root contained teeth, three variants: incisor, canines, all lower premolars and upper second premolars. You observe these two are premolars, lower premolar, and another one upper second premolar, this one. So four variants of teeth. Remember, four variants of teeth showing single root. They are incisors, canines, and lower jaw premolar. Next, second upper jaw premolar. Clearly, four teeth visuals I provided here. It is very easy to remember in entrance examination. If you remember this visual, so then immediately you have to answer. You have to trace out the answer in entrance examinations. Yes, next let us move to another slide. So next, sorry. Yes, let us discuss the two roots contain teeth. The content not found in the slide. So now orally I am going to explain. So the teeth with two roots. The first premolar of upper jaw. You remember the first premolar upper jaw, and all molars of lower jaw contain two roots. In next session video, I will show the pictures of these things clearly. Once again I will recapitulate. And next, molars, upper jaw molars. Upper jaw molars are completely contain three roots. So the teeth contain single root and two roots and three roots. The teeth with single root are incisors, canines, and second upper premolar and all lower premolars. And the teeth with two roots are first premolar of upper jaw and next molars of lower jaw. And all molars of lower jaw contain three roots. So these visuals we will verify in next part, in next lesson. Until bye, and stay home, stay so safe, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.